Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this session that is lesson 8. My name is Rucham Faizo, IT doctor, the facilitator. So today's topic is going to be about computer word processing, and it's mostly practical. So without wasting much time, let's start with the background. Computer word processing encompasses production of professional looking documents like letters, memos, and such like. Computerized word processing systems have got easy to use documents edit and format features capable of making documents look more and more business like if well mastered. Some people and organizations earn their living by producing documents for others using computerized systems. Therefore, it is important that our learners are introduced to the basic practical knowledge and skills of word processing in order to be able to produce and communicate documents better. What are the outcomes? The learner should be able to demonstrate basic knowledge and skills in the document production. What are the subtopics we're going to look at? 1. Introduction to computing, introduction to word processing, and after which I look at working with word processing softwares. Let's look at we are going to define the word processing, the examples of word processors, opening word processing, and define basic features of word processing. So word processing is simply the process of creating a Word document, and it involves typing, editing, formatting, saving, and printing of a document. Now, in word processing, there are majorly five major activities or tasks which are done under word processing. As a learner, you should know how to type, you should know how to edit, format, save, and then print a text document. Word processors are mostly commonly used in computer applications in the world, and they are mostly used for writing letters. You can write reports, you can write projects, you can deal with books, essays, memos, resumes, OCB, and so many others. Many typewriters were phased out following the emergence of computer-based word processor applications. So I will show you how a typewriter looks like inside. So these are the examples of word processors. We have Microsoft Office Word, which is this one. We have Core Word Perfect, WordStar. We have Apple Pages, which are these. Word Pro, we have Army Pro. We have Open Office Writer. We have Google Documents, like this one, and so many others. So text editors are multiple word processing applications because they are generally to type without any special formatting. Text editors are mainly used to create small notes, memos, and programs. For example, we have a Notepad, Notepad++, Git, etc. So many others. How do we open word processing? Normally, we always click on the search button. Then after you click at all programs, from all programs, you click to Microsoft Office. Then under Microsoft Office, that's where we go and select Microsoft Office Word from the list of programs like Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, database. But for us to select Microsoft Office Word. Still, or you can type WinRAR in the running dialog box and click OK, or you can type the word Word in the search box, then press enter to load the program. And if there is an icon of the Microsoft Word available on your desktop, you can always click on it or double click on it to open. If like these are the icons of word processors with a letter or a W stands for word processing. So this is where this icon was for Word 2000. This is for Word 2003. This is for icon for Word 2007. This is the icon for Word 2010, icon for 2013, and 2016. So far, those are the structures or the interface of the icons. Now we have what we call if you want to create a blank document, you can press Ctrl N, that's not able to create it, and this is the template. Always click on the blank one, which is the first. How the Microsoft Office Word window looks like. Actually, this is the interface of the Microsoft Office window. On top here, we have to get used to the ribbon. A ribbon has three types. It has the tabs, it has the groups, and it has the commands. What are the groups? Groups are the operations under tabs. Like under home tab, we have different groups like the font, the paragraph, and the styles. So these are the groups. Under those groups, they are what we call commands. Like under font, we have bold as a command, we have icon italics as a command, we have underline as a command, and many others. So we have the very important button here, which is called office button, or in updated Windows office they are called file. Under file or office button, that's where we find what we call open, save, print buttons, and save and save as buttons, and the very many buttons which are found under this office button or file. We have quick access toolbar, which is actually next or close to office button, where we have the save icon, redo and undo icons. Then we have the tabs like home tab, insert tab, page layout tab, reference tabs, mailings, preview and view tabs. These are all tabs. We have on the right hand side, still on the title bar, actually this is the title bar, where we have the window controls. These are called Windows controls, where we have the minimize button, maximize and the restore, plus the close button. Whenever you see X on any program, it means closing, so you just close the program. We have a ruler here which always adjusts the document. We have the insertion point. Most time many people know it as a cursor, so it is always blinking like this, which indicates that you must type or you must start from there while you're typing. Then we have the scroll bars. This is a vertical scroll bar. We also have a horizontal scroll bar here. Then this is called the status bar, where the document tells us, maybe for example, word count, with the status, the number of pages so far. So these are all, this is called a status bar. The taskbar is the one on the screen of the computer. That's what we call taskbar. This is the typing area. This white space is all the typing area. So this is how we can name and save a file. That is during this operation, or this dialog box comes where you want to save or save as. So once you are done with creating your document, you're going to click on the file. Under file, or you press Ctrl S, they will give you this option where you go to save your work either on a desktop, or you save it on a flash or in a computer. But the most important thing when you're saving, it is the location where you want your work to be saved, and the file name which you are going to give the file which you have created or which you are saving. So here we can see that there is a file name which is near to workbook. Then we have a desktop, that's where they want to save it, which means after it's being saved here, we shall always go there and access it from the desktop. Then we have working with the word processor. We have what we call a clipboard. A clipboard is to cut, copy and paste. That's where we find that those commands. It's a group. It's a temporary store of information cut or copied before it's being pasted. Highlight before an action, undo the commands, practical, so many others. So a clipboard simply means a memory that helps to keep, copy or cut text or work or information before being pasted. That's what we call a clipboard. So that is first kept there before you press it where you want to paste it. Then we have formatting text. This is the process of changing the appearance of the text in the document, like bold, italics, underlining, changing the font color, and so many others. So formatting is simply changing the appearance of the text by doing different formatting effects. Then we have editing, which is the process of making changes to the content of an existing document, like insert and delete. So editing is simply making correction on the content. So here you are just adding and deleting some content from your information. We have word wrap, which automatically sends the word that does not fit with the margin settings or to the next line without the user pressing the enter key. If you type manually or continuously without stopping and you find out the cursor has gone to the next line automatically, it's what we call word wrap. We have find and replace, which find allows you to locate all localities of a particular character, word or phrase. Here you can remove any word or text or phrase from the document. Replace, you can always find and replace or you make a substitute of any existing characters or word or phrases. Like you may be looking for a word called a search within the document, then you can replace it with the word maybe add, from insert to add, like that. Mail merge, it is used to create simulators to be sent to several people, where we shall create more letters and send one letter and send to several people at once. Tables allow you to organize information to rows and columns, and we'll touch that. Then we have drop cap, format the passage and paragraph to be dropped across to more lines. Those who already read newspapers and these magazines, you find that the first big letters are always bigger than the rest. That's what we call a drop cap. We have the clip art, which are the pre-made images about what subject used to reconstruct the documents. Clip arts are majorly used in presentation, where we use some images which are already inbuilt in the system in our program to assist us illustrate concepts. Then we have word count, which establishes the number of words, characters, paragraphs. I think when we are handling what we call English, we used to do a composition and we used to count those words manually. But here with the computer, whatever word you type, it is already numbered. We have headers and footers, where the header is its text appears at the top of the margins in the document, whereas the footer appears at the bottom of the margins. So you just type your text, either your index number or your name, either on the header or the footer, depending on the question. We have the typefaces. These are the shape of characters. Some typefaces are called Times New Roman, Arial, Tahoma, Algerian, Carberry, and so many other font styles of typefaces, of which for me I call them handwriting is in the computer. You can change to any of your choice. Line spacing refers to the amount of vertical space between two lines of the text. Of course, whenever, for example, a space between these two paragraphs, this typeface and line spacing, this is the line spacing between, this is vertical white space between two lines or sentences. Then we have text alignment, where lines of text are arranged to relate with the edges of the block. We have 4 types of alignment. We have center alignment, left and right alignment, plus justification or justify. For grammar checker, this reports grammatical errors, usually by waving a line, and remember spell checker for it reports spelling errors, usually by a red, green, by waving red line. So if you ask the spell checker, that's how she does. We have a thesaurus which suggests a transitive word that there is a meaning that is for use in the document. For example, 2 words which have the same meaning, like complete and finish. Yeah, if they give you those words, you can try to come up with something very important. Then you have automatic page numbering, where the pages are automatically numbered in the document. That feature there. Marked columns, where we need more than 2 columns, and they look very nice in newspapers or magazines. The search and delete allows you to add and remove more portions of text while editing. Footnote and endnotes, which are used as references to provide additional information about a phrase, a word, or anything within the document. So here, navigating means moving around over through the document, or just to scroll up and down to have access to information that you want. Or you can use scroll bars. A table has rows and columns, and intersection of a cell is an intersection of rows and a column. So that's what's more important there. Printing, of course, to obtain a hard copy from a printer, click on the file tab and select print. Then you also get the orientation, that is either portrait or landscape. Then that's typewriter. Some of us, we don't know how a typewriter looks like. This is why I'm showing it to you, because what we're gonna do is to compare between the typewriter and the electronic keyboard, which nowadays it is the most used one. So Acrobat is word processor than ordinary typewriters. So this is the typewriter I've just showed you. So we are going to always compare it with the word processor which is there. So a typewriter makes a lot of noise during its operation. As you have seen it, it is a machine. So machines, while operating most of the time, makes a lot of noise. During typing with the word processor, it is possible undo mistakes or correct errors. That is in word processing, that feature is there. There is a variety of text information features such as bold and italics, which are not the case with the typewriter. The word processor has edit features such as copy and paste, which are not in typewriter. It is easier to insert graphics and drawings in the word processor, which you can't do with the typewriter because it's just a machine. Word processor allows word wrap, whereas the user needs to advance with the typewriter manually at the end of every line, so it is already tiresome. Wherever a user wants to go to the next line to press the lever. So that's why word processor is the best here. Word processor produces better quality documents. Read and revise the documents on the screen. That's possible, which cannot be possible with the typewriter. You can produce as many copies as needed because you can copy and paste. Lastly, you can save a document and work on it later. However, we have some disadvantages, like cannot be used as electricity, requires power to be used. It's a computer. Computers have viruses, of course, that's due to loss of data and soft copies. Then we have word processor is expensive to the cost of computers, and we have using word processor on light emitting computer monitor long reads with eye disorders, which is not the case with typewriters, because with the computers, with word processors, we use the screens which affect our eyes in the long run. Word processors require purchase of hardware like printers, so it is another summation of money or expense where we have to buy a printer so that we can produce a hard copy. We can look at training to be used, because we need to learn how to use it. They require verification software to start using them. You may buy a computer, but it doesn't have an application program like word processing. So what is done here is to purchase it and reinstall it. They are only used with computer, which eliminates errors, and lastly they have rate unemployment of typists, because nowadays everybody knows how to type using word processors, and you find that secretaries or typists are not required anywhere. So this is an activity which we shall try out with time, where we have to type this whole thing, or you can do it during your free time. Then after you submit, I can put that into it. These are some of the tasks which are required for you to do. Save the document. Also another copy of the document in different folders. So this task is actually related to how you can save a document using different folders and using different locations. Then after that, if you can save it on a desktop. So these are the ways, or this is the question which I'm expecting guys for you to submit. These are the common keyboard shortcuts which you must know, before you do the shortcut. Remember that you should know the long cut, or how you can always reach to a destination. So these are some of the common used shortcuts, like Control bold, Control B, that's bold, Control C, that's copy, Control V, that is paste, Control W, that is close, Control X, that's cut, Control U, that's underline, Control S, that's save, Control F12, that's F12, that's save as, Control N if you want to create a new document, Control O, that's open the document, Control A if you want to select all, Control I, that is italics, that is Control U, that's just file, Control L, that's align left, Control R, that's align right, that is we have Control E, that's interline, we have Control F, that's scrolling in a program, Control P, that's print, Control Y, that's repeat or redo, Control Z, of course undo, and let's say Control F, that is to find. So that's the package I prepared for you today. However, I'm going to demonstrate some few steps on how to deal with this word processing practically a bit. So once you come here, we have how to load word processing. First of all, I've told you to come and type word from the desktop. This is the Windows button. You come and click here on the search box, then you click the word will come here, you tap on it, because here it will be loading. Once it's done, these are all templates where you have to select from. So for yours, I advise to select the blank document. Once you tap on it, so this is our window, Microsoft Office Word window, and we have the title bar, that is the document one. You have not yet saved it with a different file name. This is the file where we have different settings like new, open, save, as, print, share, export, close, account, and so many other operations which are under file. We have tabs. This is called a ribbon, all of this, and we have the home tab, insert tab, design, page layout tab, we have references, and so many other tabs. Under each tab there's different groups like font, paragraph, styles. Under each group we have different commands, like you can see here, the fonts, the bold, and so many others. The same with insert, we have tables, illustrations, and so many others. So this is the typing area. This is the cursor which I've told you, the breaking cursor, you can call it insertion point. We have here what we call the scroll bar, that's the vertical scroll bar, and here we have the status bar where we have the number of pages and words which are typed. So far we have 0 words, and this is called a task bar where we pin the application programs which are commonly used in our system. And since this is word processing, that's how we launch it, that's how it looks like. And the next session we shall try to see how we can use it very well up to the maximum. Wish you the best. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet in the next lecture.